Hey, it's Brent. This is an AI-generated video podcast of our blog post, Family Law PPC, Why Most Fail and How to Succeed. We dig into real strategies law firms can use to stop wasting money on bad ads and start seeing better results from their PPC campaigns. Let's get into it.
It's fascinating how family law PPC campaigns hit so many snags right off the bat, isn't it? When you're in that space, the costs skyrocket because the stakes are high. Every client can mean substantial revenue.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, the competition makes every click almost a treasure hunt. But what's the real culprit behind these expenses?
Oh, well, it's like this. The strategies are just, too generic. Firms often apply a one-size-fits-all method to something inherently emotional and complex. Instead of targeted tactics, they're just throwing money at broad keywords.
That makes sense. And with such high stakes, even a small misstep in targeting can drain the budget fast. Is that where the unqualified leads come into play?
Exactly. When you don't differentiate between raw leads and those with genuine intent, the conversion metrics look shiny on the dashboard. But the ROI? It's pretty dismal.
Yeah.
It all boils down to quality versus quantity.
So is it mainly about making sure every click matters by really zoning in on what potential clients need?
Right, absolutely. You need smart budgeting, refined keyword strategies, and not to forget the critical element of offline conversions. The idea is to feed back only the qualified leads so that automation can learn and optimize for truly valuable actions.
Got it. But don't you think at times focusing too much on metrics might overshadow the human aspect of these cases? I mean, family law isn't just a transaction.
Precisely. And that's where the art of empathetic messaging comes into the picture. Most ads simply list services or say schedule a consultation without connecting emotionally.
Yeah.
The messages need to reflect the intense personal nature of these legal battles.
I see the nuance there. It's like you have to speak to the stress and the emotion behind these legal issues, not just the legal jargon.
Exactly. It's like crafting a narrative that says, hey, we get what you're going through. Effective copywriting shows compassion, validates their feelings, and reassures them that the firm truly understands the depth of these situations.
But I wonder if that approach might sometimes sound too soft, perhaps even less professional in a competitive market.
That's a fair point. But the balance is key. You need a professional tone while still being deeply human. It's not about being overly soft. It's about being, genuinely understanding and conveying empathy without compromising on expertise.
Right, I get that. When you mention balancing budgets and targeting, it makes me think about how agencies manage these campaigns. How does mismanagement really hurt these efforts?
Well, mismanagement can be a killer. Tight budgets might mean you don't gather enough data, while overspending on broad, unqualified keywords means your funds are essentially being squandered. It's critical to constantly monitor and reallocate funds to where they'll bring actual value.
And then there's the whole issue of lead intake, right? An exceptional ad campaign is rendered pointless if the follow-up isn't swift and effective.
Exactly. Most families searching for legal help are in crisis mode. A slow or tedious lead intake process, it's like, letting the moment slip away. Automation through CRMs, autoresponders, and instant call alerts really makes the difference here.
That's interesting. You're essentially saying that technology has to blend with personal touch. It's like having a supercharged receptionist that's always on call.
Right on point. Even though automation is key, the human element is non-negotiable. A friendly, empathetic first call can turn a mere inquiry into a lasting relationship.
Yeah. So, besides the intense competition and mismanagement, what about the pitfalls when working with PPC agencies for family law? I've heard many complain about cookie-cutter strategies.
Precisely. Many agencies, especially those inexperienced in family law, use generic tactics that aren't tailored to the industry's unique needs. It's like using a standard blueprint when each case calls for a custom design.
And that, in turn, leads to poor targeting. Broad keywords, no negative keywords. It seems like a recipe for disaster when every lead is treated the same.
Yes, and it can even inflate conversion numbers without bringing in genuine, high-value clients. The key is to implement robust lead grading systems so that every lead entering the conversion funnel is assessed for quality.
It sounds like partnering with an agency that truly understands the family law landscape is essential, one that can customize strategies specifically for these challenges.
Absolutely. And that's why specialized firms like Bolzer Marketing come into play. They focus on tailoring strategies, refining targeting, using granular budgeting, and ensuring messaging is emotionally resonant while keeping the technical rigor intact.
That definitely sounds like a strategic overhaul compared to using generic PPC tactics that might work for other industries.
Exactly. It's about not just getting clicks, but converting them into truly valuable clients. The cumulative effect of precise bid management, localized targeting, and empathic messaging creates a holistic approach that addresses both business and human aspects.
Yep, precisely. And I guess that reintegration of offline conversions is critical too. How does that really play into the strategy?
Oh, for sure. Offline conversions allow you to track leads that eventually turn into clients beyond the digital realm. Instead of just optimizing for raw numbers, the system learns to focus on interactions that matter. This feedback loop further steers your budget toward truly profitable actions.
It's kind of like tuning a musical instrument, continuously adjusting until every part is in harmony.
Exactly. And if one dish is off, the campaign can quickly become dissonant. Mismanagement in one area, like targeting or budget allocation, ripples across the whole campaign, reducing overall effectiveness.
Right, I totally see that. It appears that a successful family law PPC campaign isn't just about choosing the right keywords, but a complete symphony of strategy, technology, and empathy.
Yes, that's the crux of it. Every element, from cost management and automated bidding to offline lead tracking and human touch follow-ups, must play its part with precision.
Indeed. And ultimately, tailoring all these strategies specifically for family law is what determines the success or failure of these campaigns.
Absolutely. The insight here is that understanding the unique emotional and technical challenges of family law can transform a bland PPC campaign into a powerhouse that not only attracts clicks, but converts them into meaningful client relationships.
Well, this really shines a light on why a nuanced, customized approach beats a generic one every time. It's a delicate balance between high-tech precision and heartfelt messaging.
Right. And that's what makes it both challenging and incredibly rewarding when done right. With every tweak in bidding, every targeted keyword, and every empathetic touch, you can start truly seeing a transformation in your practice's client base.
It seems like a revolution in PPC strategy for family law isn't just a possibility, it's a necessity.
Absolutely. And that's the call to action here. Hone your strategy, invest smartly, and always balance business analytics with real human needs.
Very true. Well, here's to transforming every click into a connection that counts in both business and human terms.